All right, so driving the new 2025 Kia Sorento Hybrid SX Prestige trim. So pretty well fully loaded. And this is so good. It's so good. I was really curious about how this new hybrid powertrain would be in the Sorento from this 1.6 liter hybrid motor. And I gotta say, it's great. I've really honestly enjoyed driving this a lot. That hybrid assist right off the line gives it a nice torquey feeling, and it just makes it really easy and good to drive. Around town, you've got plenty of just like off the line boost, and on the freeway, it's really comfortable as well. I have been getting slightly below the estimated fuel economy, where I've been averaging about 29 or just over 29 miles per gallon. And the estimated is 34 in the city and highway. I've only put about 100 miles on it, and so I live in a pretty hilly area as well. And so maybe that has something to do with it. But still, about 30 miles per gallon in this fairly, it's not like a huge SUV, but it's decently sized. I'm pretty happy with that, honestly, and would really happily daily drive this. I got a lot of hate in my last video about the new Nissan Murano. And while that is a good vehicle, this, in my opinion, is much better to drive. It's more luxurious, it's better looking, it just drives better, and it's less expensive. And you get a third row with this. And so there's just more features. This is just such a good deal. For less than 50 grand all in, you got yourself a pretty solid little family hauler. And especially if you only need 2 seats, like the captain's chairs in the middle row, if you only need that, this is kind of a home run, honestly. Like, I think, so we own and we love our 2022 Kia Telluride SX Prestige, and it's a great vehicle, but I'm going to be honest with you, I enjoyed driving this more, largely thanks to the hybrid powertrain, and it does seem just a little bit easier to drive. I'm excited. I hope that the new Telluride has maybe this, but even a beefier version of this powertrain, because it's really good. I like it a lot. But back to why you would buy the Sorento. Again, if you only needed the 2 captain's chairs and occasionally the third row, which is honestly kind of tight. It's really only for small kids. There's only 2 seats back there versus the Telluride's 3 seats. And so if you only ever needed that occasionally, I can see the Sorento being like the natural choice, honestly. However, on the flip side of that coin, I think the biggest enemy to the Sorento is the fact that the Telluride exists. Now, the Telluride's a little bit different. It is a little bigger, but it honestly doesn't feel that much bigger. And it doesn't have this hybrid powertrain yet. But as it is, you can get a fully loaded Telluride for about $55,000, which even has, maybe a little more, slightly more features, but I don't know that it necessarily feels more luxurious than this. This feels really, really good, and it's beautiful. But it does give you more room. It does give you like a definitely more usable third row with 3 seats instead of just the 2, and more cargo space. So definitely if you used a third row more often, I would say Telluride. But even still, it's just a matter of like what you want. Do you want to pay an extra $5,000 and just get a fully loaded Telluride, which isn't like, when you're already spending 50 grand, in my opinion, $5,000 more isn't like that big of a stretch to get a lot more in usable space. But if you don't use that, whatever, I honestly would probably go for this, like this, maybe even this exact one, with this hybrid powertrain that you can, scoot around doing mid-30s, and which is pretty great fuel economy. We only ever get, honestly, mid to upper teens in our Telluride with mostly city driving. It is strange though, on our longer road trips that we take and more freeway dominated commutes, we usually get upwards of 27, 26 miles per gallon in the Telluride. So it's not bad. It's just around town, it's Well, okay, around town it's pretty bad. But anyway, this Sorento's so good. It's got, you know, heated seats, heated steering wheel, ventilated seats, second row, heated, ventilated. Well, I need to double check on the ventilated, the second row, but it's very comfortable. I mean, the blue leather, this is just, again, a lot of people gave me grief on that Nissan Murano video, but I'm telling you, go drive this and that back to back, save yourself $4,000 and get yourself a Sorento. Not that the Murano's bad, but like this in my opinion is how you do it, especially for the money and with luxury and just being a value package. This just drives better. It just does. The seating position, the visibility is amazing. It's just such a good vehicle. And so anyway, I really enjoyed my time with the Sorento, and I think it looks cool. I think it just is a great package. You've got an amazing warranty. I know some people are like, Kia's engines, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, okay, but still, that engine is covered for 10 years or 100,000 miles. So if anything were to go wrong with it, it's gonna be covered. So, and with our Telluride, I mean, I haven't owned a Sorento, but with our Telluride, you know, we've had zero problems over the last 3.5 years that we've owned it, and about 30,000 miles. And so, you know, I wouldn't honestly worry too much about it. I think that Kia is offering, honestly, probably the best value proposition in the industry right now, and I think it's certainly worth checking out. So anyway, guys, thanks so much. Leave some comments down below if you've driven one of these or if you've bought one of these and what your experience has been like. But definitely, certainly go check it out. I really don't think you're going to be, in fact, you're not going to be disappointed. I think you're going to be really surprised and very pleased. And I think if this is what I was looking for, this might just be the one I would buy. It's just that good. Okay, talk to you soon. See you guys.